and then PlayStation.
All right, yeah, that guy's insufferable. I can't handle that guy. That guy's insufferable. All right, so let's talk about some of my arguments, right? Let's start with this. All right, the PlayStation when it came out in 1995 was $299. In 2024, that would be $600 and $613 in 2024. All right, that's not. I mean, that's not insane. That's a luxury item, right? PlayStation 2 came out in 2000. It was $299. In 2024, that same console would be $545. All right. PlayStation 3 was $599 in 2006. It would be $934 in 2024. $934, bro. I owned one of these. Okay, so it would have been $934 fucking dollars if you bought a PlayStation 3 with, you know, how inflation has impacted us over time, right? Now, Sony did acknowledge that the PS3 price tag was too high. It was a marketing error overall. It was not intentional for it to be that price, and it did eventually drop in price significantly later on. But we're talking about release date prices, right? PlayStation 4 was $399 in 2013. That same console would be $534 in 2024. And the PlayStation 5, this is just 4 years ago. The PlayStation 5 digital version, I think I got the digital version price here, or maybe I had the disc version price here. I don't know. It was $499. Just 4 years later, that console would be nearly $600. So a console costing $700, that is not fucking insane. And I do not think that you're going to get a PC worth anything that you're not going to have to replace something in, whether it's the cooling system or the motherboard or additional RAM or anything like that. You know, most pre-built PCs come with 8 to 16 gigabytes of RAM. Most of them. Right? So I don't think you're getting anything better than that. We just looked at that Newegg website. It's just not going to happen. Right? So these are the prices for these consoles then and then what they would cost now. I don't think it's insane that this console costs $700. I mean, just think about the fucking amount of money that we as PC gamers invest into our computers. We invest an exorbitant amount of money into our computers, right? Because with a console, all you gotta do is buy the console. You most likely already have a TV, right? But with a PC, you have to throw down, you know, I would say a minimum for a decent PC is like $1,800. Maybe 2,000 for something like decent, right? Now you can get something for $1,000 or something on sale, you know, or one of those smaller compact PCs. But I think you're going to run into more issues and it's not going to be like that ready to play experience, right? So, but then you got to buy monitors, right? Or a monitor. That's another like somewhere between like $125 to $300 depending on what you want, right? And if you're a PC gamer, you're trying to go for this elite shit, right? You want one screen here, you want one screen here, like I do. You want the fucking good ass mic, you want the nice keyboard, the nice mouse, the Stream Deck. You know, you want a good setup, right? Or you know, that's what most PC gamers are all about. We like our little toys, right? But you're not gonna. That's a lot of money. I think like if you're talking about like, you know, a PC setup that I have, you're talking about like $8,000. I think like this, yeah, this is $8,000. I'm including my lights and my mic and my keyboard and everything. So like $8,000 for everything, right? Maybe. Now my biggest conspiracy theory. This is my biggest conspiracy theory right here. Let's look at the PS4 Pro, right? Or just the PS4. The PS4 released November 15th, 2013. Okay? What came out in 2013? GTA 5. GTA 5 came out in 2013. It was released on the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. And then in 2014, it was released for the PS4 and Xbox One. right? And then in 2015 for Windows. Think about that. It only took them like a year to get that thing ported over to the PS4. It took them 2 years to get it ported over to the PC. That's insane. That's insane. That's what I'm telling you. These games are prioritized for console, right? And they ported it. So I think Rockstar and Sony, man, I think they're locked together. I think they got their shit in. They're locked together. But okay, so that's the PS4 and GTA 5. All right, well, what about Red Dead Redemption 2? Red Dead Redemption 2 released in October 26, 2018. Okay? When was the PS4 Pro released? Okay, 2016. So it came out right before Red Dead Redemption 2 came out. Right? But what's even weirder, and I didn't want to include this into my argument because we never received a PS5 version for Red Dead Redemption, but the PlayStation 5 released in 2020. So this game came out 2028. 2 years later, the PS5 comes out, and it came out a year after, or 2 years after the Pro came out. Coincidence? I think fucking not. I think Rockstar gets their dev kits from Sony, and they're prioritizing building Red Dead Redemption for the PS4 Pro. Took them 2 years to get it out. Boom, they released it for the PS4 Pro, and then they ported it over to the PS5 when it came out. That's what I think happened. Okay, so let's look at GTA 6. GTA 6, according to their website, comes out in 2025. This game comes out next year. What comes out this year? According to Sony's website, this will launch November 7th, 2024. This will give everybody approximately 1 year to buy their PS5 Pros so that they can gear up for GTA 6. That's my theory. That's it. My theory is that if you want to sell a fuck ton of PS5 Pros or PS4s, if you want to sell a fuck ton of those, then you rely on the one game that has always sold millions, if not billions of dollars each time it's released a fucking title. Rockstar. Rockstar is Sony's bread and butter. They might not be owned by the same people or work directly together, but these motherfuckers are not stupid. They're smart. They pay, advertisers and research and developer guys millions of dollars to fucking figure this shit out. And I'm sure they know that when they release this PS5 Pro, GTA 6, when the first gameplay comes out, it will be played on a Pro. It will not be played on a standard PS5. I don't think so. I think it will be played on a Pro. Because it's going to look better. It's going to look better. It's going to run better. It's going to have, all the upgrades for it. And they've probably already had the dev kit for this for so fucking long, But yeah, that's my argument. That's my entire piece on it. My little 30-minute take on this whole PS5 thing. I think it looks cool. I don't give a fuck about the vertical stand. Who the fuck? Mine just sits on the table. I don't care about that. I've never cared about the vertical stand. Right? So the vertical stand matters very little to me. I don't care about that. I think this one looks objectively better than the PS5 standard. Just objectively, I think it looks a little bit better. But other than that, I don't see anything really to be super upset with. It looks cool. It's got an upgraded GPU, an advanced ray tracing system, AI driven upscaling, and they create all their own shit. And I think fucking 60 frames per second, and this thing is supposed to have 120 frames per second, I heard somewhere. I don't know if that's true or not. Don't quote me on that. But if it can start putting out frames like that, this will be gearing us up for what the PS6 is going to be. And I think the PlayStation 6 will be probably the most revolutionary thing in the world, especially if right now they're testing this new AI driven upscaling. If this is something they're testing right now and they're utilizing, like, you know, AI machine learning, just imagine what the PS6 is going to look like. It's going to look fucking insane. But yeah, that's my talk. That's my spiel. And that's about it for right now. I have this little new screen, you know. I'll throw it out there, you know.